12 weather with Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman.
Heavier precipitation is moving into Siskiyou County, but good news is snow levels are rising, so mainly just looking at rain now and wet roads at Snowman Summit along 89, and then pretty wet conditions along I-5 at Black Butte Summit. We do have a winter weather advisory, though, that continues for that Mount Shasta area along I-5 and 89 until 7 p.m. tonight, but snow levels will continue to rise. Higher elevations, though, in Siskiyou County will see some significant snow, especially the Mount Shasta Ski Park, where we could get a good 2 to 3 feet of snow from this storm. Temperatures right now 41 in Klamath Falls. We're up to 41 in Mount Shasta. So yeah, those snow levels are climbing. 56 in Medford, and it's 52 degrees in Brookings. So satellite and radar showing that heavier and steadier rain and mountain snow pushing into Siskiyou County. And as we zoom in here, you can see how more green is showing up along I-5. So seeing that change over to rain, but some very intense snow up in some of the higher elevations of southern Siskiyou County. We also have pretty wet weather as you head towards Curry County. We've seen some showers on and off in Josephine County. Mainly dry in Medford. The strong winds, that downsloping dries everything out. So amounts of precipitation and rainfall going to be less in the Rogue Valley, but I do expect some rain at times tonight into tomorrow from this storm. But the winds have been the most widespread issue with this thing, and we're going to continue to see some strong and potentially damaging winds tonight. Heavy rain impacting further to the south into California. A lot of flood and flash flood watches posted throughout much of California. Here's a look at those winds sustained out of the southeast. 39 miles per hour in Montague, gusts up over 50 miles per hour, winds cranking up as well in the basin. Recent gust at 43 miles per hour at the Sexton Summit. We have widespread wind advisories and high wind warnings. These will continue through a good chunk of tomorrow. The potential for winds gusting at least over 50 miles per hour through much of the region, and some gusts up to 70, maybe 80 miles per hour even into tonight. Some of the strongest winds, especially for the Rogue Valley, will be through the next few hours, also in the Shasta Valley. But later on tonight, some of the higher elevations as well as the coast will see some of the strongest gusts yet. And then as we go through the day tomorrow, especially the afternoon and evening, winds will start to back off across the region. But tonight into tomorrow morning, that's when we'll continue to see some of the strongest gusts in the region. Some more widespread wet weather expected overnight as well. Snow levels staying rather high. And then for tomorrow, fairly wet and windy for the region, up to 55 in Medford, 44 in Klamath Falls. So mainly seeing rain in the Rogue Valley, the Shasta Valley, even the Mount Shasta area into tomorrow and overnight. Mainly rain in Klamath Falls as well, but higher elevations will see a bit of snow for the Cascade Passes, and then we'll get some more rounds of rain and mountain snow through the day tomorrow before we catch a bit of a break. And then the next storm system rolls in later Friday into Saturday. And notice it's going to be a very active stretch of weather, more rounds of beneficial but at times heavy precipitation for the region right through the weekend into next week with these storm systems. We'll continue to fine-tune details when it comes to amounts of rain and snow levels, but very active, staying windy as well for the coast in the days ahead. Some of that rain will be heavy at times. Northern California, more wet weather and gusty winds as we head into the weekend with rain and higher elevation snow. We're going to keep an eye on snow levels, especially in the Mount Shasta area with some of these storms through the weekend. The Klamath Basin, gusty, strong winds tonight into tomorrow. We'll see some more rounds of rain and snow. The Cascades and Siskiyous continuing to deal with rain and snow. Impacts of travel expected as well, depending on those snow levels. But at least our Cascade Passes likely continuing to accumulate snow as we head through the weekend into next week. And then for the Rogue Valley, more rounds of wet weather ahead. Winds will also be a factor as well, but some of the strongest winds continuing over at least the next few hours.